Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to be unboxing the HONOR X6a, which is newly released, and this is a budget smartphone they're calling it. So we'll just get straight into the box here, peel through these stickers on the side, crack open that lid. Phone sitting here pretty on top. It's got a protective like film on the front, but we'll have a look at that in a second, see what else we get. Nice little cardboard kind of box here. SIM ejecting tool, we got the warranty card, USB-C charging cable, and then your user guide if you need that. Let's put that all back and slide that to the side. Let's just get straight into this phone, see what the design and build is like. Peel back this cover. So on the right side we've got the volume rocker and the power button, which is also a fingerprint reader, which is nice to see. Then we've got the headphone jack, microphone, charging port, and the loudspeaker. Nothing on this side. And then SIM tray on the top, which holds a microSD card and another microphone. Back looks nice. I have to say I like what HONOR do with the backs of their phones. Nice shimmery effect. We got the triple camera set up there, and then we just got your normal branding on the back and the UK regulatory stuff. And then on the front is a pre-applied screen protector. They've got the earpiece and then the selfie camera. Just wanted to show you guys a quick comparison between this X6a and the 90 Lite, and the 90 Lite for me, for the price, has been a really good looking phone. Those cinema bezels are amazing, really good, but we can just get an idea of the differences there. And they like this kind of, rainbowy gradient kind of effect on the back, which I'm feeling. Let's just jump straight into the display. And we're working with the 6.5 inches here with TFT LCD, which obviously isn't the best, 720p panel. And then you just have your normal bits and bobs in the settings. You've got things like eye comfort, which kind of makes the screen go yellow, ebook mode, things like that. We've got your fonts, text size and boldness, display size you can choose. We've got obviously 90 Hz screen refresh rate, which you can pick from, dynamic, high, and then just your usual stuff. So you can do in more display settings like full screen display, choose the cutout, but I've covered all this stuff in my previous HONOR device unboxings. And then if I just jump into the screen test app here, which is Screen Test Pro, we'll just look at different things. So we'll just look at the screen parameters here first. We just get a bit of an idea on information. Let's just jump into the screen color test. Throws up a bunch of different colors, cycle through those. And here's display tester, so I'll just try some different things on here. Let's try these high quality pictures so we get an idea of what they look like. I mean, to me it's a 720p panel, LCD. You get what you get, I guess. It's nothing amazing. It's not got the deep blacks like OLED, but still reasonable. This is a little test for viewing angle. TFT obviously doesn't have the best. You can see slight shifting in brightness there, slightly shifting in color, but they are worse out there. And then here's just like a color chart to give you an idea of how color reproduction looks. And then we also have, for DRM, we have Widevine level 3, so obviously that's not the best. And here's the settings in Netflix. So we're not going to get HD, so to speak, on Netflix, or full HD, so to speak, in other apps, but I'll just show you some footage, one of my videos here. And the highest obviously you can do is 1080p, even though 720 panel, but hey, it's what you would expect from a lower end budget phone. And here's some 4K footage for YouTube, but obviously it's not a 4K panel, but we still get an idea. And I've just stuck a magnifying glass in front of it just so you can maybe see a bit more closer. Would have helped if I dust the magnifying glass off. Okay, some good old Rick and Morty. You can see it's not as sharp as HD, full HD would be. And if you just look at the viewing angles again here, you can see it kind of dims a little. So for performance, we're rocking a MediaTek chip in this one. It's got 4GB of RAM, and then what we call HONOR RAM Turbo, which is just use of virtual RAM. Doesn't really make much of a difference. It might help apps stay open longer in the background, but for me, using this phone, this chip really isn't the best. it lags a little bit, you know, stutters here and there, frame rates drop, but for a budget lower end chip, I guess you can't really ask for more, and it's not really a pleasant experience, but for the price, this is what you're paying for, so this is what you're kind of gonna get. And then if I jump into Call of Duty, which is for some reason my go-to game to check, you can see the graphic quality highest is low, and then frame rate we can pick high. So I guess that's nice to see. And I have downloaded all the HD resource packs for the weapon, the camo, the operator, and then we'll just jump into a game and see what that's like. I mean, you can tell it's not going to be as good as obviously having higher graphic quality. And here are some benchmark results on Geekbench 6. So we can see that again for this chipset, this is what you're going to get. And then I was trying to run Genshin here, but that was an absolute fail. It took ages to download the packages you needed to run the game, and then I've tried at least 5 or 6 times to get this game to run, and it just wasn't working. It would just kind of get to the start of it and then start stuttering, and you'll see for yourself, so I just kind of gave up. But I guess the chip can't handle it, which was disappointing.
So what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world by some unknown god?
So for cameras, we've got a triple camera set up on here. So you've got 50 megapixel main camera and then a 2 megapixel depth camera with a 2 megapixel macro camera, and then we just got your normal kind of settings in there. You can see video resolution is highest at 1080p and 30 frames per second max, and then you just got your normal stuff. Pick your aspect ratio for your photos, and then, you know, other bits like your timer, horizontal level. But you can check out some of the test footage that I've done with video and things like that. So for operating system, we're running Magic OS 7.1, which is based on Android 13. And for me, obviously if the phone can handle the software, it's absolutely fine. I quite enjoy HONOR's software. So you got your, you know, Google Play Protect stuff, and then just normal HONOR Magic 7.1, I guess. Got your control center, volume pop-up bar on the side. You can see the phone kind of stutters there. And then HONOR have their own app market, but obviously this comes with Google Play, so we'll obviously, well, I kind of just use that as default. And then in Essentials, we've got things like the System Manager, which is handy to have to kind of clear out the phone's RAM and anything sitting in the background. We also have multitasking, split screen if you want to call it that, which work again not as seamlessly or as fluid as you'd want it, but it still works fine on the phone. So I used it with a combination of different apps, you know, with Google Maps and things like that, and it works. So it's not always nice to have that. And then if we have a bunch of connections, we have NFC, got HONOR Share, which is quite handy if you want to share things across different devices. So that's good to see. You can share with laptops, other phones, devices. Easy projection if you want to project your phone to any device that can allow projection. And then we also have link to Windows, so you can kind of link to a desktop Windows PC and then work from both devices there, which is nice little functionalities to have, but I wasn't able to test these. And then we just have your normal kind of interface changes you can make to the software. And if we just head over for security, we have fingerprint on this phone and face recognition, and obviously your lock screen password, which I think the fingerprint works absolutely fine. Takes literally a minute to set up, and then maybe a second to unlock. Here are some audio examples if you guys want to listen to what the speaker sounds like. To me it was kind of flat, there's no bass to it really. Higher volumes it kind of gets a bit distorted, but again, budget phone, budget specs. Benchmarking test, we can see in the settings we can change the graphic quality to very high, but I notice if you go to graphic quality but still more than enough. And then we have asphalt here set to high quality for graphic. And here we can check out what the call quality sounds like.
Just to do mic test to see what the AAP sounds like on a phone call. Mic check 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is a test to see what the loudspeaker sounds like on a phone call. Mic check 1 2.
And for battery, this phone is rocking a 5200 milliamp hour battery, 17 hours online video playback claimed by HONOR, and 34 hours audio calls. And for me the battery has been quite good. I've been using it heavily for testing. I've been watching loads of YouTube on there, and it supports quick charge, which is always good to see. And we can see here with the battery we've got performance mode, which you can use if you want to get more out of the chipset. But just an idea of the graph, you can see I was playing Call of Duty, running benchmarking apps, and I'm down to 52%, so it's done okay. And it's claiming that I've still got about 17-18 hours left of battery, which I wouldn't be surprised if it did. So that was definitely a good point of this phone. You can just see the different apps that I've been using. Got 18 hours 59 minutes remaining on performance and 25 hours in power saving mode, so I guess it'll be in between somewhere there if you were not to choose any of these options. It's always good to have power saving mode. So in conclusion, I think with the range of phones that HONOR has, and they have loads that you can purchase from, I feel like this phone kind of gets lost somewhere in the sea of their phones. You have more powerful phones, but this for me was just your standard budget phone if you just need a phone for like a second phone to make calls. Camera on there wasn't too bad. I was quite impressed with the video footage, but everything else is decent. Nothing obviously crazy good. Chipset for me was the biggest letdown. Obviously rocking this MediaTek chipset is obviously low range, and you're not going to get good gaming performance from here. You're going to get your lagging, you're going to get your stuttering here and there, the frame rate's dropping. But if that's okay for you, then that's absolutely fine, you can crack on with that. And overall I think there's a lot better options out there at this price point. There's loads of phones from other Chinese manufacturers and even Motorola and Nokia who do phones, but when you're talking the budget category, it kind of starts blurring the lines a little bit, and there's minimal differences between what makes it good and bad, and if they don't get that right, you'll end up with a bad phone. Not that I'm saying this is a bad phone, but for the price you're paying, it will do what you would expect it to. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subbed, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.